Hello, I am Jared Milton. Today I'm going to review the Family Medical Leave Act of 1993 and how it affected two companies totally differently and how their policies are actually totally different too. The two companies I am going to talk about today is JP Morgan Chase and Netflix. JP Morgan Chase began originally as the Manhattan Company in 1799, almost 200 years after the FMLA Act was put into place. Netflix began operating in 1997, which was after the Family Medical Leave Act was put in place. JP Morgan Chase is a financial services holding company and investment bank with locations around the globe. Their headquarters are in New York City and the largest bank in the US and the seventh largest bank in the whole world. The company has several divisions based on credit cards, banking, investments, and even more than that. According to JP Morgan Chase website, they have over 240,000 employees currently in 60 different countries. I am only focused on the benefits for the U.S. employees that are covered by U.S. laws. Netflix is a streaming service, as most people know. Most people use it or have used it at some point. It is headquartered in Los Gatos, California. They are subscription-based, and as of October 2020, they had over 195 million subscriptions worldwide, according to the website, which is even more nowadays, even though they keep raising their prices. Netflix also has offices in France, the UK, Brazil, the Netherlands, India, Japan, and Korea. However, I will only focus on the US benefits, just like I will with JP Morgan Chase, because that's what we're talking about. FMLA is only a US thing. According to the Department of Labor website, the FMLA law provides employees with up to 12 weeks of unpaid job-protected leave per year. It is designed to help employees balance their work and family by allowing them unpaid leave for identified family or medical reasons. FMLA also promotes equal employment opportunity for men and women. The FMLA law applies to all public agencies, all elementary and secondary schools, and companies that have more than 50 employees. To be eligible for this, employees must provide reasons for which are the following: for the birth or care of a newborn, for the placement with an employee of a child or for adoption or foster care, to care for an immediate family member with a serious health condition, to take medical leave when the employee is unable to work because of a serious health condition. Employees are eligible for leave if they have worked for the employer for at least 12 months, 1,250 hours over the past year, and work at a location where there are more than 50 current employees or within 75 miles of more than 50 current employees, where the employee has worked at the minimum 1,250 hours of service as determined by the FLSA principles for determining compensable hours of work. JP Morgan Chase adjusted their employee policies to be FMLA compliant after the law was enacted. The company did decide to offer 16 weeks paid instead of just the 12 required by law. However, they did not originally extend the same benefit to the father of a newborn. Derek Rotondo is an employee at JP Morgan Chase that was interviewed in the Washington Post article in the May of 2019. Before the birth of his second son, he decided that he wanted to spend more time with him, like any parent wants to when their son is first born, to experience things that last a lifetime, memories that last a lifetime. He wanted to bond, and he wanted to be there with his wife too to help her, because it's a hard process. That he asked his employer, which is JP Morgan Chase, for paid parental leave for the company that offers primary caregivers. He was informed that only mothers are eligible for the full 16 weeks leave, and he was not eligible because he was not a mother. He then requested if he could stay home longer with his wife, if his wife had to return to work sooner, if she was medically incapable of taking care of the baby. JP Morgan Chase confirmed that Rotondo would be eligible if his wife could not take care of the baby and she had to go back to work. He was eligible to stay. He claimed that the company's paid leave policy discriminated against men. This was his lawsuit. 2 years later, JP Morgan Chase agreed to pay $5 million to settle a class action lawsuit filed on behalf of Rotondo and other male employees for them discriminating against men, that they suffered the same problems between 2011 and 2017, although Chase's original policy was more generous than the required by law. The policy was only for the women, not the men. When Netflix opened their company, the FMLA Act had already been in place for 4 years. They decided to offer a much better policy than JP Morgan Chase had. Netflix by far offers the longest paid medical leave out of all the tech companies. Salaried employees, including birth and adopted parents of any gender, can take up to a year full pay following the birth or adoption of a child. Netflix features this benefit on their website along with employee feedback in their blogs. Ludovic Galabert, I hope that's how you say his name, I hope I'm not butchering that, is a Netflix employee who also has 2 kids. When his first child was born, he wasn't really able to be there. Second child, he wanted to be there. He had planned 4 weeks off at the birth, 8 weeks in the summer, and another 4 weeks for the kid's first birthday. So he can be there for all his firsts, everything that lasts a lifetime, all those memories. This is something that was very important and is very important to many parents that have kids. He said that he would have missed a ton of things if he had not had the chance to be on the paternity leave that Netflix offered him. They offered him all this time off, and he was able to experience all the things with his kids, no problem. FMLA is very important protection for employees for the following passage alone, for being able to be there for all the kids' stuff, being able to experience everything for the first time with all your kids, and then any relatives that have family issues, medical issues that you need to be there for them, parents, grandparents. It's nice to have a good work-life balance between things because family life is more important than work. At the end of the day, we only have family, so it's more important than work. So it's nice to have that balance that companies offer, especially Netflix. That's huge. The father that works for Netflix he loves the company because he was allowed to experience the things. People live for life, like they want to live their life. They don't want to work their life away. So having a good work-life balance is something that FMLA definitely helps with. However, some companies do choose better policies than others, but all companies follow the law. But FMLA is something that's very important so people can live their lives still and enjoy it and experience all these things for the first time. So thank you for listening, and I hope you know more about FMLA and why it is super important to our country and why work-life balance is something that is very needed, because life matters more than any job, unless your job is taking care of your life, I guess. So, bye.